Welcome back. Yes, I'm doing two videos one night. Feel like I needed to go overview of the truck. 89 S10, 350 standard bore motor, Edelbrock Performer RPM cam, 15 to 6500, aluminum heads, 200cc intake runners, single plane intake. Now the intake's good for 35 to 6500. Now I know typically you match your intake with your cam. However, I feel like 3500 to 6500 in this truck, because it was kind of light and there's not much to it, I didn't really need a lot of bottom end. However, getting through the gears with this thing is pretty much right on the money. 3,500 to 6,500 RPMs, this thing comes to life. Whole nother motor. Seems like a whole nother vehicle when you're driving it. But, so yeah, standard bore motor, flat tops, forged flat tops. The rings are gapped. So I got the intake with the bosses here, in case I did ever want to go that route. But a couple things I'd change, or I'm going to change. Not really on my to-do list at the moment. Of course, you know, if you've got a truck like this that is a project truck, then you know, there's some things you just live with here and there. One thing I would change is exhaust wrap in the headers. It looks cool, it does keep some heat down, but if you're ever trying to get in here to change your plugs, it's a nightmare. I did end up sleeving my plug wires instead of doing some kind of nice fancy kit. I just bought some of the tubing, the shield, and the boots, and just kind of routed them up that way. Overlook the mess. It is dirty right now. But the second thing I would change would be this Gilmer style gear drive type of belt. Definitely would want to change this to a serpentine setup. It just higher RPMs, it likes to slip and squill a little bit. No, it's not the valves floating, but it's this right here. All in all, super satisfied with the truck. Shout out to my Uncle Randy for helping me out with this motor build, and my buddy Jimmy Steve, and for helping me get the motor in here. I don't have the tools and equipment and all the knowledge necessary, but I am learning as I go. Been around cars my whole life. Got some old Camaros, and they're going to be started on after I get this done. But went with a aluminum radiator, Amazon special. Didn't want a notch up here, so just cut this all out real nice and neat with a plasma cutter, and then use some old universal joint caps here to kind of hold the radiator in up top and down bottom. And then just went with a Speedway Motors intake fuel cap. They leak a little bit on the lower side. I've changed gaskets a couple times, you know, just trying to work the kinks out. Overall, I would rather deal with this than to have to worry about notching my I guess cross member for radiator support, whatever you want to call it. But it's dirty right now. Gonna clean up. Still got a lot of cosmetic stuff to do up here. Went with a black block, aluminum heads, black valve covers, aluminum top. Wanting to do a carb hat with some 3-inch pipes down to some aluminum boxes, battery relocate, have it all nice and flowing up here. And not 100% sure, but I might end up doing away with that 650 and putting a FI Tech fuel injection system on it, just for the self-learning. And this is really a good street truck. So for the transmission we went with right now, I got an MV3500. Again, this is budget build. MV3500 get rag shifter. it handles it pretty well, actually. Good clutch. It's doing a lot better. Also, Amazon special fuel cell here. Really a fan of that thing. My original fuel tank was shot. Couldn't get one. The night before we fired it up, it was the last piece I needed. I ordered it. Next day, bam, Amazon came through for me. So, really pleased with that for those reasons. Now, this right here is probably new to some of y'all and kind of wild. And no, it's not going to stay this way, but I'm an electrician and had some 2.5-inch exhaust pipes laying around. 2.5-inch EMT, electrical metallic tubing conduit laying around. And I decided to, hey, you know, it's laying here. I get it at a lot cheaper cost than I can for the exhaust at the moment. And so decided to go that route with it. And it turned out pretty good. It's got some rusting going to it. We got a crossover coming in right here. We just rolled some offsets, put some single chambers on it, and gonna do some turn downs, maybe some exhaust cutouts later, because it does cam really sounds good with no mufflers on it. We'll give it a fire for you, start this thing up. And, she's a little cold. We'll see how she does. Come on, baby. Hold in there. Yes, the oil was already circulating a little bit. I got it idling around 800 RPMs. Got a little bit of a mist to it right now. It is cold. This cam likes it right there at about 1,000. So that's something I gotta jump up to. So it's still on the first plugs after the break-in. They need to be changed. I blasted them one time and put them back in there. Just trying to dial in the carburetor a little bit and timing and all that. But, you know, going down the road, she runs good. Like I said, 3,500 to 6,500 RPMs or 6,200 RPMs. Is where I try to shift at. 6,200. I mean, I do run it, and you know, if it floats the valves, it does float them. Hey, no, but all in all, super excited with the truck. It's fun as hell to drive. Third to fourth, gone, but you know, there's, for what it is, it runs really good. And super blessed, super excited to have it. And, you know, there's always somebody out there with something, you know, way better. But, like my buddy's Evo, 1,300 horsepower Evo. You know, everybody's always got something. Be happy and be proud and be thankful for what you are able to do. That's the main thing. You know, if it wasn't for getting your ass up out of bed every day and going to work and putting in the time and the effort to to make the money, to be able to afford to do this, you wouldn't be able to do it, right? So pat yourself on the back, do what makes you happy, and spend money where you want to, because you can't take it with you. Make sure your family's taken care of first, guys. Don't take that the wrong way. But yep, thank y'all for following along. I'm sure there's some negative comments coming. Everybody's got their own opinions, and I don't, it is what it is. But I'll post some videos as I go along with what I do. I should have been posting some before. I do have some pictures from the motor going in. Had to keep that 2.5 liter fuel injecting emblem there. It's not going anywhere. It's there to stay. But I will post a video or a link somehow new with all this social media technology mambo jumbo, but I will post some stuff for that, and going forward I'm going to try to keep some videos and some things. So guys, I do appreciate it again. Thanks for tuning in and staying with me, and thank you again. Stay blessed.